make sure we are good with the sound. Give me a second. Let me make sure if you all can hear me. Oh, damn, this shit is frozen. Let's do this. All right. Can y'all hear me? Okay. I want to make sure. Can y'all hear me in the chat? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Give me a second. Let me make sure if you all can hear me. All right. So, welcome everybody. Okay, y'all, excuse me with the technical difficulty. So, we back on StreamYard. So, I was up there trying something else and everything wasn't working. So, we try to get this together. But we're going to get into Nicki Minaj. First of all, we're going to be getting into Nicki Minaj getting sued for $200 million by this rapper. What is his name? Is it Brent's Billions? I believe that's the man's name. Okay. Now, they supposed to be friends. Now, this apparently they supposed to be friends. They supposed to be working on a record. Now, let me break this down. Now, we're gonna be getting into the alleged victim with Kenneth Petty and all of that. But he alleging that Nicki Minaj stole the song "Rich Sex" from him. I heard his version on TMZ. So this rapper that y'all see, he's alleging that Nicki stole his song and Nicki Minaj that he won $200 million that he did not get credit for the record. Now, when you go to the song credit of the song, you see that he have gotten credit. So I'm trying to understand how in the world you're going to sue somebody for $200 million for a song that did not get number one on the charts. I like Nicki, I like Rich Sex, but it's not one of the best songs on the album, and it damn sure did not reach peak to number one. How in the world can you calculate $200 million as the a way that you're going to sue her for it and you didn't get credit when I looking at the writer's credit and you definitely have credit for a song? And I'm like, is this something where Nicki is doing where somebody is working behind the scenes to come against the queen? Because how in the world is you going to sue this woman for $200 million when you got credit for a record? You cannot say that they say, hey, I'm going to sue you because you didn't give me credit, but you got writer's credit, you got you got credit on the song, and y'all were cool. So what is the issue? Who is paying people to come against Nicki Minaj? Who is doing that? And I say this humbly, and I'm like, who in the world? Because when I looked at the number, I'm like, definitely someone is targeting Nicki Minaj. I don't know who it is. I don't know who out there targeting her. I don't know if she refused to sleep with somebody and they up there doing it. What white person she didn't pissed off, but obviously it's always something. And this huge number, I don't know if she about to diss somebody in this documentary. I don't know if she about to throw the industry under the bus. I really do not know, because when I'm looking at this situation and I'm looking at it and I'm like, why in the world would they do it for $200 million? 200 million, not 30 million, not 5 million. This man is suing Nicki Minaj for $200 million. I do believe that this suit is baseless. When I read TMZ article, they reached out to Nicki Minaj. She have not released a statement at all, but we did see that she had released this on her social media. Let me see if I can pull that up. Is this it? Give me a second, you guys. So she put this on her social media, two laughing emojis, and it was like, who is Nicki Minaj laughing at? Because she could be laughing at a lot of things. But I do believe that she probably laughing at this clown suing her for $200 million. What I do believe that he thought that his career was going to take off the ground, and that, his career was going to be this top-notch career. And obviously nobody know who this Bricks person is. Nobody know him as an artist. We didn't even know that he even co-wrote the song Rich Sex. We didn't know any of this stuff until he started talking. So maybe he's doing this for clout and said, hey, Nicki, you didn't bring me along the ride, so let me go ahead on and just drag you for a click and a view. You didn't bring me along the ride. My career ain't where it's at. So let me go head on and be a part of this hate train. And I'm like this. If you want to hate on Nicki, at least tell the truth. This is just a complete lie. I don't believe that Nicki Minaj stole this record. Now, the rapper is claiming back in 2016, he brought this song to Nicki Minaj. And she took the song from him. That's what he alleging. But when you look at the writer's credit, his name is on there. It's got a couple of people named on the record, and his name is on there getting ready, writing credit for the song. So if you say somebody stole it, they typically don't give you writer's credit if they're going to steal something from you. They typically does not register your name with the system if they stole the song. If I steal something from you, I'm not going to put you down as giving you credit for something that I stole. That doesn't make sense. So when I look at the situation, I'm like, I don't believe it. I don't believe this at all. I don't believe this story. When it comes up, I just don't. I don't believe it. You all can get on this platform. Maybe y'all can believe this, but I don't believe it. I don't believe that Nicki will steal something and the song wasn't that successful. Let me look at the credits of this song, Rich Sex. Give me a second. Let's see how it did on the charts. Okay. Our last name, his artist name is Billions. I think it's Bricks Billions. And I'm like, how you got billions and you probably even got $1 million to your name? Let's just see how Rich Sex did on the charts. Give me a second. Let's see how Rich Sex did on the charts. Okay, give me a second. Let's see. Okay, Rich Sex is a song. It actually debuted in Scotland at 66. On the US Billboard, it debuted at 56. Or the US Hot R&B chart, it debuted at, let me see. Let me go back. It debuted at 24. So it did not even reach in the top 20. It did not even reach in the top 10. So I'm trying to understand, why is that Nicki Minaj is being targeted? And what is the history? I do probably believe this. Now, I thought about this. I could be wrong, but I'm going to just give you my thoughts. I believe that Nicki Minaj refused a sexual relationship with this person, and he's pressed about it, that she chose Kenneth Petty and not him. That's what I believe. I do believe this is something where he thought that he was going to be with Nicki Minaj and smash Nicki Minaj, and that he was going to get her pregnant. He was going to be the one to be her baby daddy, and that didn't happen. And now that didn't go right, now you trying to pick up some out your behind and say, oh, you stole Rich Sex from me, so and I'm going to sue you for $200 million. That's one theory that I do believe that's probably why he's suing Nicki Minaj for $200 million, because maybe she refused him and being into a relationship with him. I do believe that. That's one of the theories that I'm going to go on. I'm gonna go on that, because I thought about saying maybe that could be a theory that she refuses him and now he want to sue, or maybe she did not want to sign him to a record label, to a record deal, and now he felt some type of way. It's multiple theories. I believe those two theories. Either she refused him to be in a relationship, or she refused to put him in a record deal. I believe both that. I really believe that. Now, I could be wrong. Okay, like what in the world is going on? Why is people coming for the queen? And we about to get into something else that's gonna be triggered, and then I will drop the StreamYard link and allow y'all to come on and speak. Okay, now I'm not gonna try to rush this live, but I do have somewhere to go. But I will tell y'all this: in this second segment that I'm gonna bring up, it's going to trigger a lot of people, but I got to say this. It's a victim. You already know Kenneth Petty have been convicted of rape. We know this. He was 15 years old. According to the court documents, he raped someone that was 16 years old. So this rape victim, which is a grown woman now, she is now going around on the blogs and recording. She recorded messages and say, y'all stop contacting my brothers. Stop contacting my family. She's put out a message to Nicki and her husband claiming that she's being harassed by by Nicki and Nicki's husband. And they're contacting her family. Not her, but her family members. But I'm trying to understand, and I was asking a question and no one trying to answer it. I'm like, where is the receipt that Nicki and her husband is contacting this victim that was victimized when she was 16 years old? But where is the receipt? We have the receipt of her being raped. We know that because he's been convicted of it. But where is the receipt of her actually? Where's the receipt of her actually being contacted by Nicki Minaj and her husband? Hello? Oh, yes. I'll be coming in to make a payment. I was just calling to make a payment, but I'll be coming in today. Yeah, I have to come in for class anyway. All right. Yeah. All right. Thank you. All right. Bye bye. All right. So that's probably what I believe. So where, and I was just trying to say this. Hold on, wait. I'm just asking a question. Where the receipt that they call it? I want to hear audio, and now the woman want to come on camera. She looked highly disturbed. She need to be in somebody counseling session. She need to be in therapy. But what she turning into, and I don't want to say it, but I'm going to say it. She's turned into a clout chaser. She's turned into something that she's bitter. That Kenneth Petty moved on with his life, got married to Nicki Minaj, got a baby, and I believe that woman is bitter. And I believe she's thinking of stuff and making up stuff to get sympathy. But my thing to this woman, if you're saying that this convicted rapist is contacting your family to pressure you, saying all these things, baby, you got to give me a receipt. So people is saying, and I'm like, why they not posting on TMZ? Because number one, TMZ ain't going to post this without any evidence to prove this. I was looking at Hollywood Unlocked, and I said, of course, Hollywood Unlocked would repost this salacious lies because they don't like Nicki Minaj, because Nicki Minaj didn't see it for Jason Lee clout chasing behind. So, of course, he'll repost something. But my thing is this. Where is the proof that Kenneth Petty is on the phone with her brothers? Telling her, we hear what the daughter is saying. I do believe that daughter is only repeating what her mother is saying because her mother probably is losing her mind. Her mama is probably paranoid, losing her mind, picking up this Jaguar Wright syndrome and making things up for sympathy. And these blogs don't give two cares about this woman. They don't give a damn about her story. They don't give a damn about, because if they did, they'll be like, let's take this to the police instead of going on Instagram on these YouTube channels and getting a click and a view. If you really was concerned about this victim, if you really concerned about the survivor and for crime that's going on, somebody being pressured, you need to be taking this to the authority and let the authorities investigate, not the blogger. Not the blogger. Where is the police report that you reported that they are calling you saying, hey, I need you to change your statement and we're going to pay you $20,000? What evidence? Now, this woman know how to record. She know how to go on social media. She know how to do all this stuff, but she still haven't proved evidence that it is coming from Kenneth Petty directly. It could be anybody that's claiming that they know Kenneth Petty working on the behalf. It could be a deranged fan. It could be a fan of Nicki that's doing it without Nicki consent, going around called. That could be it, but it ain't coming from Nicki Minaj. This ain't from the official Nicki and her husband. I don't think they would be so stupid to contact a victim that was raped and you're pressuring to change the statement. They would be stupid to do something like that. That would be dumb to do something like that. Where's the proof? And you then really start hearing this until Nicki said, hey, I'm going to have a documentary. Now Nicki then dropped her pictures of her baby. And now here you go with all this. They're contacting my brother. And they need to stop contacting me. No, ma'am, you need to go to therapy. You need to go to counseling because I think you're making this stuff up. And if you're not making it up, then you need to run to the police because I need to see some paperwork from the police. I need to see paperwork from the authorities and not from a blogger. Can't take this from a blogger with no type of receipts. These are strong allegations that you was victimized by Kenneth Petty, and he's re-victimized you again by contacting your brothers, by contacting all of that. Where the proof? Where the proof that he contacted your brother? We hear what the daughter is saying, and the daughter just repeating what mama is saying. Because mama is saying what she's saying. So, of course, the daughter be like, oh, they're contacting my mom. My mom have to move. Maybe she just paranoid. And maybe she need therapy. Okay? And we went over the evidence. We saw the evidence. I don't believe that Nicki and her husband will be risk their freedom to contact the family. And let me tell you why. Nicki is a high-profile woman. Why in the world would she use her high-profile status to contact her husband's victim. And the thing about it is, I will take this to the authorities. I think I would take it to the authorities. Now, let's do this, people. How many of y'all believe that Nicki Minaj is contacting this woman that was raped by her husband? How many of y'all believe that? If y'all believe that, press 2. If you don't believe that, press 2. I'm sorry, let's do it all over. I got tongue twisted. If y'all believe this, that Kenneth Petty and Nicki is doing this, press 1. Okay? If y'all don't believe this, press 2. If y'all believe this, press 1. If you don't believe it, press 2. I would like to know. Because I'm like, where's all this energy coming from? Why is it now that this woman is now out here speaking and she's saying stuff and she ain't say one time, hey, I went to the police. Hey, I did all this and the police is investigated. None of that. It just, he contacted my family. Stop contacting my family. Who? It's God the way to proof. And your family could be telling you anything. Just because somebody said, hey, I'm Nicki Minaj, stop coming from my husband. That don't mean that it's the Nicki Minaj. Anybody can be saying something. I just need to see the proof. That's all what I was trying to say. And I'm seeing these stories just being reposted, and most of it is being reposted. And when I saw Hot 97 repost this, and I'm like, Hot 97, how can you repost this and say these things without doing more investigation? Because in y'all reporting, y'all didn't say, well, how do we know that they're actually contacting the brothers? No proof of that at all. It's just the woman that the victim that have been raped. We know that, okay? And she's in her vehicle looking deranged and saying, oh, stop contacting my family. Where the proof that they contacted your family? I need receipts. And if I see the receipts, I will come back and say, hey, I saw the receipts of Onika and Kenneth Petty contacting this woman. And then I will be the first one to come out and defend and take up for this woman. But I can't, without my integrity of this show and being a human being, come in this way and sit here and listen to this filth without any evidence, without any proof. Now, I do believe that woman is bitter. I do believe she needs help. And the bitterness comes in. Not only did this man rape me, but now he moved on with his life, and now he's dating one of the highly successful rappers in the game. So now I got to deal with this, and he got this beautiful baby, and yet I'm still here, poor, broken, abused, deranged, and I'm going from place to place to place, and this man, he's somewhere, he moved on with his life, and he got a beautiful baby, and he got help. He got all this stuff. So so that's what I think what's going on. I do believe the woman is bitter because Kenneth Petty moved on with his life. And she wanted Kenneth Petty to rot. And unfortunately, he's not rotting. He moved on. He did serve his time. But when it comes to that, it is wrong to rape somebody. I understand that, and I'm with that 100%. But when you say that somebody have been emailing you or contacting you, the one that victimized you, his people or his crew is contacting you, and you have not shown any receipts, not one shred of evidence. I didn't hear not one audio at all. So that's what I'm trying to understand. And this woman, of course, she's being used. She's being manipulated. People coming to her, hey, I'm a blogger. I'm a supporter of your story. I want to give you a voice. Yeah, they want to give you a voice, all right, to get clicks and views. That's the kind of voice they want to get. Because if they really cared about you, they won't continue to bring exposure. They'll be like, let's first of all give you some counseling session. Let me do a GoFundMe for you and your daughter. And let's, you know what I'm saying? Let's get the authorities involved, because obviously they definitely need to go to jail. Period. And that's what I want to believe, and I'm going to say this. So when you're speaking, that does not make it that she's telling the truth on this matter. On this matter of saying that they contact, I'm not going to believe that because you was a victim. So that means anybody can come up with any strong allegations. I'm not going to just believe that, because she's the victim. So that means automatically got to believe her with no receipts? No receipts at all? How do we not know that they're trying to extort Kenneth Petty and her wife and his wife Nicki to pay them to keep her hush up? How do we not know that the roles are reversed? That she's contacting Nicki and her husband, pressuring them to give her money to shut up? How do we not know that she's probably doing this because she probably wants them to pay her some money to keep quiet, and since she's not paying that, then she'll be speaking? Or it could be another theory that maybe somebody else that do not like Nicki is using this woman, some other powers that be, we don't see them, pressuring her to go ahead and tell this lie and to drag Nicki in the headlines. Because it ain't gonna be about Kenneth Petty, it's all about Nicki Minaj, because Nicki Minaj is the headline. She is a star. When you look at these headlines, let me read, because when I saw Hot 97, I got really pissed and I got triggered. But Hot 97 is a struggling radio station. They are struggling. They have lost, Angie Martinez. They're not really that popping right now. Hot 97, nobody's really checking how they was hot in 97, in the 90s, but they're not hot now. So, of course, they'll repeat a filthy lie, and they're mad impressed that Nicki don't come on their platform like that. So, of course, they'll repost them. They're struggling. They're, in my humble opinion, their ratings compared to Power 105 get better ratings than Hot 97. And I'm saying, I say that factual. So in it, they didn't put just Kenneth Petty. They put this as the headline. This is on Hot 97. They said Nicki Minaj husband, Kenneth Petty, alleged rape victim, speaks out and asks couple to stop contacting her. Let's read what this struggling radio station. They are struggling in the ratings. There's nobody checking for Hot 97. They need Wiley to be hot. Ain't nobody really checking for Hot 97. That's a struggling radio station. In my humble opinion, allegedly, it compared to Power 105 with the Breakfast Club, Hot 97 comes in. It ain't even in the top 10 place. Okay, they lost a big part of the market. In my humble opinion, ever since the Breakfast Club came and grew and all that, ain't nobody been checking for Hot 97. When I look at them, we're going to look at them YouTube views, but give me a second. But they wrote this article, and they're saying Nicki, look how they open up. They said Nicki Minaj is making headlines again. This ain't, we previously reported that Nicki is being sued by New York artist Billions, and that the rapper is asked for $200 million in damages for allegedly stealing his song Rich Sex and not giving proper credit, according to TMZ. But they failed to mention in this part that Brits did get credit, and they didn't even bring up that he got credit because they are just repeating something that they read on TMZ, and they ain't do their own investigation. Look how this is a whole struggle. Then it said Brits came. He initially played the song for Nicki, and it was eventually featured on her 2018 album Queen. Features vocals from Brits during the intro and outro. Now it's being reported that Kenneth Petty, alleged rape victim, is speaking out, and it's alleged that Kenneth Petty is a sex offender, and he was convicted of raping a woman when she was 16 years old, and he was 15. Nicki Minaj claimed that the two were dating at the time. However, the alleged victim claims both she and Petty were 16 and they were never romantically involved. The alleged victim shared a message via Instagram that this message for Nicki Minaj and Kenneth Petty: tell your effing people to leave my family alone. Tell your effing people. Who is the people? And where's the evidence? People mean it's multiple folks, so where are the recordings at? And what gets me with Hot 97, y'all put this lie out there or this narrative without y'all doing y'all proper research. And not one shred of a recording of the people. I want to hear these people. Let's hear it. Let's hear. We just can't automatically take these news sources out there. It was just something, these media sources, they do put up lies and they put out narratives without doing their proper research. I'm just saying, where's the evidence? What evidence? Oh, Wiley, you just saying it because you like Nicki Minaj. You on her payroll. What I'm saying, it could have been about any other artist. If you're saying, as the victim, because you were raped, now you're saying years later that they are contacting your people. Now, where's her people at? I want to hear from the brothers. I want to hear from the sisters. So my producers, we're looking for those people in New York And I don't just want you to come up here talking about you getting contact. No, I need a receipt. Because anybody can claim something for clout and for attention. But where is the evidence? Where's the receipt, ma'am, miss, that they have contacted you? I know this. I know they ain't gonna like this, but any blog, I'm here for. If you a blog, if you growing up, you can pick up the story all day long. Do you? But somebody else can question this, like, okay, sister. Well, let's hear the audio of these people contacting you. And we don't have that, but then she ain't say, well, I'm going to contact the authorities. You're driving and you're recording this and you're sending it to bloggers. I'm just saying. And you're sending it to bloggers, not to the authorities who can investigate, track down the phone up. Because if you're calling somebody, they can track you down. If you're contacting somebody, pressuring somebody to check, they can interview, they can contact you. Period. And you can get interviewed all day long. But my thing is, after you get through interviewing, my question would be, where your proof? Where your records at? And it better be Kenneth Petty on that line. It better be Nicki Minaj on that line. Or it better be one of Nicki's assistants. Somebody that's on their payroll. Not a random Barb or a random deranged fan that's doing this on their own accord with not blessings from the Pettys. I want to hear, it got to be somebody who was there. They not want to destroy audio. I want to hear verbatim of them actually, you're actually getting contacted. All right? Because it's very far-fetched in my humble opinion. I don't believe it. You didn't want to show yourself on camera. That ain't go nowhere. Now, you want to show yourself now? Oh, I thought your life was at risk. I thought you was in danger. I thought you was in hiding and all that. Thought you were so afraid to be out. Now you out and about, showing yourself, driving. Now you recording. So now I'm like, wow, okay, now you want to be on camera now? In my humble opinion? At one point, you were in danger. You was afraid for your life. Now you just driving. I just want y'all to know why you driving. Leave me alone. Nicki's getting her husband. Stop contacting my family. And stop having conversation with my family. And I'm like, what are reports at? I'm like, hey, now what report? Ain't not one report. Now, I dropped the StreamYard link on. I dropped the StreamYard link. If anybody want to come on here and speak, you can speak. Okay. I dropped the StreamYard link. You don't have to show your face, but I dropped the StreamYard link on here. So if you want to come on StreamYard, I dropped it on here, on here and everything like that. Listen, I am calling it out. Listen, I'm not going to give her a pass because she was victimized at 16. That I called out for, and you get therapy. But you can't come around saying all these allegations you can't be criticized for or question. She have a right. I have a right to question this woman, and I question her right now. Right now, I'm going to question her. I'm not going to give her a pass. It's like, oh, let's just give this woman a pass, who we haven't really heard from. And now, randomly, she just popped up out the sky, and now she's speaking. Now she's showing herself, and can't nobody ask a question and say, where the evidence? Where the proof? Man, why you didn't go to the cops? Why are you going to a blogger and not the po-pos? When the man got already, he'd been convicted, so it's easy for the police to investigate this matter. It's easy for them to subpoena the phone records. They can subpoena the records. But if you lie, you ain't going to go to the police because you'll wind up going to jail. Let's be clear here. If you tell it, if what you're saying, ma'am, what you're saying is the truth. Get the police involved and let me see a police report. And I want to see how this investigation going to go. Period. I don't believe Nicki Minaj will take time out of her schedule to be contacting this woman, knowing that it could damage her career, knowing that she can get criminal charges, knowing that she can risk her finances dealing with somebody like that. Now you're really going to hear from this woman. I can guarantee you. Mark my words, this woman is going to announce that she's going to sue Kenneth Petty for millions of dollars, and she's going to sue for pain and suffering. What she's trying to do, I think she's trying to sue this woman. She wants some money. I do believe it. All right, so I'm gonna bring some people on. If you want to come on, you can speak. Because I'm getting triggered because I'm like, we just can't believe it. All right, let's go to the line. All right, hello. Okay, you gotta unmute your mic. There you
Hello?
go. Yes. What's on your
Okay,
mind?
can you hear me?
I can hear you clearly.
I don't agree with some of what you're saying. I watch you all the time, but I don't agree with some of what you're saying. You speak with like so much
Okay. You break it up a little bit, but go ahead. You say you don't agree. You break it up a little bit. Hello? Okay, she's breaking up. Okay, give me a second.
hello.
Yes, I can hear you now. You was breaking up. Go ahead. Repeat what you were saying.
Okay, I'm
Re-
sorry. Yeah, I was
yeah, go
just
ahead.
saying that I think that we should just kind of listen to all parts of this story because the way that you're reciting is like I can understand why the victim wouldn't want to come out. Like what happened to the girl Redbone? No. She was beat up. They broke into her home and beat her up after she showed the text messages showing he said he was with Nicki for just a bag.
So what you're saying
Can you hear
is,
me?
I can hear you. So what I'm trying to say is, why is it that we just could take her side without questioning her? So we just believe her? That's what you're saying?
I don't think that we should just believe her. I think that we should hear her story and when she's ready to present all of her evidence, when you have enough people paying attention, then that's when you show all of your evidence because even the little bit of things that she is showing, she's being called a liar. They even released the text messages from her daughter with Sunday Grayson, her admitting, yeah, I do know that story about what happened to your mom. Like those text messages were seen that same person who called her a liar was also a couple years ago through the inbox text messages was agreeing with the daughter like, yes, I know about what he did to your mom, call me. They didn't talk on like they didn't send any more messages beyond that. It was just her telling her that I know what happened to your mom, but yet you hang out with the baby mom of Kenneth Petty. So that's all I was saying, that we all need to like wait until all of this information comes
All
out.
I'm
I don't
saying is,
understand why I don't understand why
talking about
this
present.
harassment is beneath him when he's been convicted of attempted rape. He's been
Why
convicted of murder, yet harassing a victim. His
them?
nickname is Zoo. What else do you want? I
Where
mean,
is the proof? What
it's
I'm
not
saying,
impossible that this happened to this woman.
what I'm saying is, I just want to know where's the proof of the recording of
I can't hear
them.
you, Wiley. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, of Kenneth Petty actually reaching out to the family, that reaching out to her family. I just want to know where is the proof. That's what I want to know. Where the evidence? That's the piece that I want to
And
know.
I get it,
Maybe
and I understand. Right, and I think that she might be because I mean, look at this. Right. So I think that the story is starting to get some traction. I think if she had presented all this evidence too soon, nothing would have come about. She was waiting to get some traction on this story as she's still in hiding, that she says. Only thing that we can go off is what she's saying as to why she hasn't. She does state that she does have all the evidence. The only thing we're waiting for her is to present the evidence. But she does state that she has more evidence that she is going to present. She just feels that she doesn't have enough support behind her when she
she
presents
needs
this.
to,
Because look how off the barbs are like sending death threats.
she needs to send this to the cops. Send it to blogs. What we gonna do? Ain't no justice gonna be served if you send it to the blogs. Send it to the
And how
cops.
do we know that she didn't? Because she did.
If you
But
if you
how do we know that she has not? Because what she's,
and if she did send it to the cops, why is she out here speaking? Why is she out
I
here?
can't hear you. Oh, here you go.
If she did send this to the cops, why is she out here speaking and all this? Shouldn't you wait to the investigation
Because you
is
know why?
done? What shouldn't you wait to the investigation to the facts of the matter? What if it come out that it ain't no
The
basis?
same, the same reason. The same reason. Did you did you see Redbone No's face after she was beat up? Did you see her?
But
Like, that's
that
a
don't
serious question. Did you see
that,
that woman, that beautiful woman? Did you see her face after she released those text messages?
that Nicki Minaj and them did that. Where is the evidence that they were
I
the
just
cause?
asked the question, Wiley. Did you see her face after she was?
Redbone go to the cops? She could have beat herself. Who's to say that she didn't do that to herself? Did she go to the police? Did she go to the cops? Redbone needs to go to. If somebody whooped you and beat you, go to the cops. Where the police report? Why are we not seeing no police action in all of this?
So did you not understand exactly? But where was she going? Where was?
That's what I want to know.
But Wiley, even if she went to the cops, who was going to protect that single mother who works in a nightclub? Who was going to protect that single mother that works in a nightclub after she reported it to the cops? You think the cops were going to protect that woman? When you really, now we're saying the cops are protecting us? Come on, Wiley, we got to stop this.
How could
all I'm saying is when you speak, it's with so much. Her voice is being heard because she didn't display her face at first, Wiley. Wiley, she didn't display her face. All I'm saying is some of those texts, y'all called her a liar until she showed her face. Y'all called her a liar until she showed her face. Now she's showing her face, and now
I'm still calling her a liar. I'm like, until I see a police thing, I don't believe it. I need to see some police action.
And again, and guess what? It's probably going to get started. This is how it starts, right? Because there's plenty of people that go to bloggers when they want their stories heard and they're been shoved under the rug. This is how you guys make your money, is somebody coming to the bloggers. So why are you angry that they came to the bloggers? Now it sounds like you're angry because you didn't get it first.
I get it and I understand it. But what I'm saying is, you're alleging that Nicki Minaj and Kenneth Petty is harassing you. Before you go to the blogs, shouldn't you go to the people that's supposed to protect and serve you, which is the police, which is the investigators? Shouldn't they be involved inside of the blogs? The blogs we should be reporting on.
And you know, there's people.
Not one blog say, well, it is a police document that she released it to the police, and this is what the police department released a statement. None of that has been reported. Only thing you see is this woman going on in her car. And
I also didn't hear Nicki. I also didn't hear Nicki call her a liar either.
Nicki Minaj is not.
I have yet to hear Nicki Minaj call her a liar or Kenneth Petty.
They're not. Why would they sit here?
I know, because the bloggers like you are going to do it.
In this particular case, and
they don't have to because they paying bloggers to do it.
No, they're not paying bloggers to do that. Where's your evidence that they're paying bloggers to do that? What the evidence that they're doing that? Like, just because somebody is looking
at
this,
come on now.
I'm saying this, and
I'm looking at how angry you guys seem to be. It's almost like y'all fighting for y'all check or something. Y'all seem very angry when you're.
I just said
speaking on her. It seems very biased, as if. Biased. And I haven't seen you even interview one person about the case. It was just literally all your opinion.
Well, again, for me, I need to see evidence and some proof. I'm just not about to just interview you have no evidence, especially when you're talking about coming to try to address one of the highest paid rappers, a high profile rapper, and you have no evidence, no recordings, no 911 tapes. That's what I'm trying to see on this. Until I see that, and you know,
let me ask you again. I asked, and I get it. All I'm just saying.
Okay, let's break it up.
Right, and I get it, Wiley. All I'm saying is, when the news is being delivered, it's just so much like conviction behind, as if she's definitely a liar. Okay.
In this case,
can you hear me?
If she don't release no police report, then
hello.
Yes, that she is a liar. Let me bring you back on, sister, because you was like breaking up, so you had to probably click back on for that. So if anybody else want to come on, we would take about 3 more callers, and then click back on if you can't really hear. All right, so give me a second. Let me bring if you coming back, let me put the link back up in there. If you coming back on there, okay? All right. And just click on it. You don't have to show yourself on camera. So if you ain't got on your wig, your makeup, and all that, don't worry about it. They won't see you. They'll just hear your audio. Okay, and if you want to call the number on, you can just call my cell phone. But if I move out of this StreamYard, it messes up the whole stream when I try to do the calls. Let me get the 972 number on here, so we will do that. All right, give me a second. I'll put the 972 number up here. So if you want to call and leave a comment, you can do that. Okay. Let me make sure. Hopefully y'all can hear real good. This ain't no slow news day. It's in the blogs. And I said what I said. Oh, you just doing it because you on Nicki Minaj's payroll. Where? If I was on Nicki Minaj's payroll, I have Nicki Minaj audio technicians and camera people and all that. Y'all always talk about somebody on somebody's payroll. Where is that? Show me a paycheck from Nicki. I never got paid from Nicki. Nicki Minaj do not follow me. She don't follow nobody on Instagram. Nicki Minaj have never responded to me. I've never had a conversation with Nicki. I'm just saying this. I'm just not going to believe this woman without questioning her. And I have to question her. My main question is why you didn't take her to the cops. Just like a couple of weeks ago, Jack White reached out to Tasha K talking about this James Wright Chanel and talking about somebody that James Wright Chanel raped a young boy and nothing with police. And I had that same energy. Now, James Wright Chanel, he's not on the same level as no Nicki. I kept that same energy. I'm like, where is the paperwork? Where are the cops? Where is all the authorities? Why the authorities not in this? And you just want to tell your story because you was victimized, but you didn't go to the cops. You run into the blogs. I had that same energy. And now we're talking about this case. I got the same energy. Where is the police report? I have to say that. Now, Nicki Minaj, if you want to call in, you can press 1 and call in. Hello? Hello? Yes, turn me down the background. Don't have me play in the background. Go ahead.
Yeah. Hold on.
All right.
I wasn't sure what was going on. Okay, it's off.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah. My thing is, you would really have to be careful in how you're reporting this because the majority of the things that this lady was saying, Miss Jennifer, is actually 100% true because if you do your research and go back, and you could find all of the complaints that she had made during the time of the rape era. You understand what I'm saying?
That was during the rape. I understand that. I'm not discrediting her about the rape. What I'm discrediting her on is saying that Kenneth Petty is contacting her and that Nicki and them is contacting her. That's what I'm questioning her on.
Okay, we can check that off the list. But the proof that Kenneth Petty has been contacting her came through from Nosy Hole Live show when she was being interviewed. Her cousin got on the phone, and that's when everything got confirmed.
Did you? Okay, let me ask you this: Did you hear any audio of them actually contacting the cousin or her?
What we have is the screenshots of the text.
I'm not worried about a text message. A text message could be manipulated. I'm saying, did you hear any audio recording?
The text message can be manipulated, but the text number cannot.
Again, sir, did you hear any audio?
You don't need to hear audio. This ain't
okay,
CSI.
Did she take this to the cops?
First of all,
did she take this to the cops?
Know that she was being under attack until
did she take this to the police?
Contacted her.
Did the police get in contact? Did she contact the NYPD? Did she contact the FBI?
Listen. She doesn't live in New York anymore, so that's out of their jurisdiction. The feds picked it up. That's how she knew. The feds came to her. She didn't know nothing. Any of this was going on. The feds was questioning, why is Kenneth Petty all the way in the West Indies without checking in?
I'm not. You're talking about him not registering as a sex offender. I'm talking about of her. We're speaking about of them actually contacting her members, her brothers and her sisters, and contacting them and saying that they need their.
The feds knew that. The feds already knew that. You want to know why? Because one of the goons is now backtracking and trying to get his name out of it. And that was 2 days. That was 2 days before Nicki got rid of all the people on her Instagram.
All right. Thank you so very much. I'm gonna go to the next caller.
All right.
Okay, we got about 15 more minutes and we're done. All right, let me bring somebody on StreamYard. Okay, let me just do the StreamYard because it's a little better. Go ahead, D.
Hey, Wiley. I just want to say this to anyone. If you are a victim of a crime, please do not take it to the internet. If you are in fear of your life, stop taking your case to the internet. people, if you can't take people talking about it, do not bring it to the internet. Take it to the proper authorities. If this woman, I don't know if she is or if she is not, I don't know. But if she is being harassed, what can bloggers do? What can people such as myself, what are we to do? We're going to hear about it. The commentary is going to be done. If you're being harassed, please take it to the proper authorities. The FBI can get involved in this. They also have, oh, wait a minute, it's called, there is a
1 second. Yeah, go ahead. Finish your point, D. D, you there? Give me 1 second. D, did you get off? Okay, it's breaking up on
Wiley,
your
can
end.
you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Go ahead and get off. Okay, I'm gonna bring you back on. Give me 1 second.
Wiley.
Okay, yeah, we got her point. Okay, come back on so we can hear your connection on there. Go ahead, sweetie. What you want to say?
I want to add that I believe that this victim is not a victim. This victim is building her strategy up to get whatever she can get out of the situation, notoriety, you know what I'm saying? Who's ever willing to entertain her? She's going on these talk shows. These people are not going to be able to protect you. You say the FBI, the male caller said that the FBI was involved, and you mean to tell me they're able to still manipulate to the victim supposedly that, they want this and they're making these demands and these threats. But the FBI is involved. Right. And you're taking the YouTubers are going to save you. YouTubers are going to walk with you daily in your life and protect you. Sure, no. Look, there's no reason for these people to be threatening this girl. This girl is over with as far as she is concerned in the law aspect of it. Yes, he has to register because of what was allegedly done to her. But other than that, there's nothing else that Kenny Petty is facing. That is over with. He served his time, convicted, found guilty, served time. It's done with. There's nothing she can say that can make it go in any other direction. It's the law. It's the state. It's the between Kenny Petty and the law. When he did not register, this is what that issue is. Other than that, nothing else.
Because if you saying what I was
Nicki.
talking about, what she's alleging now, that they're contacting her. So
how will contact her for what? What's the reason to contact her? There's nothing that she can put forward that's going to make anything better. Nothing at all. She is victim, if she is the alleged victim. What can she put forth in the aspect that's going to make her? I mean, that she can serve for purpose. She can serve for them. That she's saying, oh, they offered her money. Money for what? You can't recant nothing when he's already served the time. He's been convicted already.
All right. We thank you so very much for calling in.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Love you.
All right. Thank you. All right. Okay. All right. So if you call in on StreamYard, make sure your connection is working. We'll bring you back on. So we be on for about 5 more minutes, 5 or 10 more minutes, and we're done. But that's what I was talking about. Oh, when the cousin get on there and confirm, that could be a lie. Who I didn't know that that's the cousin. Do we see how this cousin look? Can we verify that that's the cousin? Anybody can say, well, yeah. No. I need more tangible proof. Text messages, I'm not just going to run just with a text message. And even if, let's just say they are researching you and text message harass you, you got to take that to the authorities and have them to track down who is texting you. And have the authorities to do that. But running to a blogger, okay, running to a YouTube show, that ain't going to protect you. That is what I'm talking about. And to get on what D said, if you're in danger, if you're being harassed, take it to the cops. Don't take it to a YouTuber. Because what the hell are a YouTuber going to do? They don't have the security to protect you. Their interest is to get a click, to get a view, to build themselves up, to build up their platforms. But if you are actually being harassed and you are actually being attacked, take it to the authorities. Take it to the cops. That is what I am preaching in this live. It could have been about anybody else. I did the same thing when it was about James Wright Chanel. I said the same thing. I said take it to the cops before we try to take it to YouTube. Let's see, somebody else is on here. Go ahead.
With you daily.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, yeah. So with this whole Nicki Minaj stuff and things of that nature, I do believe that. Okay, so I feel indifferent about it. I understand where everyone is saying that we need proof and things of that nature because I watch a lot of shows and I watch a lot of crime shows. And of course, proof is something that you need, especially if you're going to come after a celebrity like Nicki Minaj. And right now, okay, this is the voice from New York. But right now, I'm watching a K-drama, a Korean drama, okay, called The Penthouse. And it's just rich people that always get over and they know how to swindle themselves to get over, no matter if people have the proof. So I'm saying if she's going against someone like Nicki and she's saying that Nicki is doing this, yes, she can cry wolf. Yes, she can tell us her views. But to nail it in the coffin, she's going to need to come up with definitive proof to shut everybody up because all we hear is speculations. And that's one thing that in the court of law, speculations don't matter at the point, right? If Kenneth was harassing her, which I think he is, right? I really do think he is. I think she needs to come up with the receipts, come up with the video recording, and nail them so she can go back to jail, right? Because Nicki has a great following, and I'm a follower of Nicki. Like I'm a barb, right? But wrong is wrong, and I'm someone too. I'm like, okay, I hear what she's saying, and you're going against what I don't like is like just alleged accusation. We know he raped her. We know he's trash, right? We know that, and we know Nicki's going to protect her husband. She did before. That's something that she's going to do because her name and her legacy is on the line. Now it's kind of like, okay, he say, she say, and what this person needed to do, what Jen needs to do for her to have a peace of mind is to shut all bloggers up and release the information so that no one can say she's lying.
Okay, well, we thank you so much for your comment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the next person. Okay, we're gonna go to each one. Okay, I'll give y'all 2 minutes because I have to go. Ready. Let me bring another person on. Go ahead. What's your comments?
Hi, I'm calling in because, excuse me, I just caught the show at the end, and I don't know if you guys brought this up already, but when I came in, you were asking about why she dropped the charges or what have you, but I have put in the comments that what Nicki wants her to do is to drop the charges so he won't have to register as a sex offender in Los Angeles. Because
she can't drop something he's already been convicted. She can't.
Right, I understand.
So that narrative that people were putting out there, that don't make no sense. She can't drop something he already served time for. She's not the state. She's not the government.
No, that's understandable. But they want her to recant her story, is from what I heard. They want her to recant the story so he doesn't have to register as a sex offender.
If he come out today and say he did it, he will still have to register because he have already been convicted. That don't make sense.
Right.
So, it's just a false narrative that people were saying. They were saying that narrative. I heard that narrative, and the narrative didn't make no damn sense. The man was convicted.
Right. That's understandable. I just wanted to put my little 2 cents in, just giving showing love from California to you, Wiley.
All right. Well, thank you. So
have a great day.
All right, you too. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, so we're going to go to one more person. We're done. All right. And we'll come back. We'll do a part 2. Yes, you live on the Wiley Show.
Hi, Wiley.
Hi.
Oh, hi. How are you doing today?
All right.
Okay, so about the Nicki thing, I think like we're kind of getting off what's the important part. And the thing that she was trying to focus on is she just want to be left alone. She doesn't want to be contacted. And it's not Nicki and Petty that's contacting her. It's other people contacting her on their behalf, with or without their permission, because there has been, according to her, allegedly, people that feel like they could, if they do a favor, they'll be in his good graces. So let me just go handle this for him. And, so he'll get a return favor from Nicki. So
Right, and I'm just trying to say, if that was the case, ma'am, take this to the authorities and have them investigate this matter. That's what I was saying.
I think maybe she feels there's some safety in revealing herself. Because she was already getting, she was getting death threats and had to move and all this other stuff. But maybe if her face and her story is out there, she'll be a little more protected because she can't just like disappear because people gonna ask questions.
My thing is this: she already showed herself, right? She just showed herself. Now it's shit on the blog. So my thing is this: while you're recording yourself in your vehicle, did you make a stop at the authorities and bring that to them? People that can investigate, that have the resources to track down the numbers and track down the people and have them be in question of why they're contacting this woman. That's how I look at it,
Yeah, I know she said the marshals came to her house and the marshals was the one that told her that basically, her life was in danger. But we all know how the systems work, especially for Black women. We don't get the same protection.
Right. But
so we're left a lot of times looking out and protecting ourselves.
If the marshals came to you and did this, you on the internet and you saying all this stuff, wouldn't that bring more danger to you? If the marshals not going to do, okay, you in danger, but you on the internet, you still yet doing interviews. Who does interviews when they're in danger?
Well, because there's security and people knowing who you are and knowing that you're there. So somebody would ask questions, but if she hadn't come on the screen, it's just like, oh, where is she? Who is she? Was that really her? You understand what I'm saying? Like she disappeared. What happened? So
she's just doing that, but I hear you. But thank you.
Okay.
Point, but thank you, sister. Okay.
All
right. Let's go to one more person. Okay, let's bring one more person in. That's it. I gotta go. Okay, go ahead, D. Let me bring you on screen. Give me 1 second. Let me bring you on. Then she's the last one because everybody else came on already. All right, go ahead with your point.
Wiley, if I'm breaking up, then I'll just call you on the phone later.
Okay.
Am I breaking up?
No, go ahead.
Okay, I want to reiterate this again. If you are being harassed, stop taking it to the internet. There's nothing that Wiley, or anybody else that is doing commentary on this can do about your case. If you think that you cannot be found, how do you think that people are being found and killed every day? People are taking their issues to the internet. There's nothing that we can do. Take it to the authorities. And like I was saying earlier, and I understand everybody's comment, why she did it, why she didn't. And this is just my opinion. The FBI has a unit. It is a special victims unit for people. If you don't trust your local police department, then go a step further, go a step up, take it to the FBI. They have a task force that handles sexual predators, the R word victims. I don't like saying the word on your channel again. They have units for that. Stop bringing it here. And again, if she was in fear of her life, what was the purpose? And I'm not saying that she wasn't. Please don't think that. But what was the purpose in showing your face? There are so many rape victims. They tell you. They give you the option, but they also tell you it's not wise. If you don't want your business out there, it's not wise to do that. I don't understand. The price, the money changes, 20,000, 50,000, whatever. And how do we know? And I'm not taking away what happened to her. I am not doing that. But how do we know that these are not also the bards that are involved in this? It's just like Beyonce has the Beehive. When they went on attack, what was that white girl that they went and attacked her? Had to shut her page down, and she said she feared for her life. Yeah, she shut everything down. You don't just go online. There are people that can protect you, but we can't protect you. I just didn't agree with her coming online. And then this is the last thing. If you remember, her daughter also had a TikTok, and her daughter was making TikToks with Nicki Minaj's music. But now she's not. I mean, it's just all over the place. They can find out who's calling her. They can. Again, if you don't trust your local police department, please take it a step further. Please stop taking it social. There is no social media justice. There isn't. We can't do anything for you if you are being harassed or you think someone is out to get you. There's nothing that we can do. When you click that go live, when you click go live, you can be found. And that's just FYI. If you don't believe me, look it up. You can be found. That's all I wanted to say. Stop bringing your business to the internet. You don't want people like Wiley to talk about it. Stop bringing it out there because we are talking about it. That's all, Wiley.
All right. We thank you so very much for calling in. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Thank you all so very much. I know it's going to be a lot of comments in there. We was on here for an hour. I will see you all again. I want to give a special shout out to everybody. Thank you so very much. Sorry about the delays. We're trying to go to a different system. So I will have to come back and redo it again. But we thank everybody for calling in today. So if you did not get a chance to speak to me, we will do a part 2. But we allow you all to come on here and speak on it as well. So thank you to all the people that called in. I will see y'all later. Peace. Hey, 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 hey.